My tripod. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you so much. You are tuned to the Madam Prezident Morning Show. First of all, before we move any further, you already know, let me play my song. And I love that song. Good morning, everybody. I love that song. Let me know where you're from, where you're checking in from. I am here. I am in ATL. You already know I'm Madam President with a Z, born and raised in Chicago. I'm from the Windy City. I am tuned into the morning show. I also have my Instagram live up today. I wanted them to tune in as well because they don't get a chance to tune in as frequently. I'm trying to wait for more people to come in. I would like for you all to drop something in the chat. Let me know that you're in the building. Chicago, yes, Chi-Town, all day, every day. What up, Joe? That's a Chicago thing, like in Detroit. What up, though? Yeah, anyways, it's a lot happening every single day. Like I said, the news makes itself. I am just so happy to be in the number. Before we go any further, let me say my quick prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for waking us up today. Thank you for just being our number one resource, God. We love you. We appreciate you. You know the needs of all of us. We ask that you be the supplier to all our needs, whatever's in our heart. Give us the ability to be more like you today, God. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. We can't go anywhere without prayer because who are we without the help of God? That's just number one. Okay, and we got Columbia, South Carolina. Wow, every time I think about the Carolinas, it's so beautiful, but I don't get a chance to have much experience in Carolina at all. In general, I've been a few times, especially to like North Carolina. I've been to all parts of Carolina, but I haven't spent much time in South Carolina. All right, so I want to move right on. Today I'm going right into the conversation at hand, which is Michael Jordan's son. Michael Jordan's son arrested for a DUI as well as cocaine possession. And I just would like for you all to see the video yourself. Do not take my word for it, okay? Because that's my motto. Don't take my word for it. See it for yourself. All right, I'm about to share my screen over here, sharing Michael Jordan's son being arrested and the rebuttal, the response in this particular arrest. If you can see my screen, type MJ's son. Type MJ's son. If you can see my screen, I just want to make sure that you all can see my screen because we are sometimes on a different time frame. Like I'm a couple seconds ahead. All right, so I think you all can see my screen. Okay. All right, so let's just get right into it. Here's the video right here of Michael Jordan's son and his arrest.
Turned onto the train tracks, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
But yeah, we're not getting back in the car right now, okay? The reason why, So,
do me a favor, keep your hands out of your pockets,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
There's nothing in my pocket.
That's all. I'm gonna pass you down a little bit. Put your hands up there,
Oh, man. Bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. Okay, and clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train tracks, which we were not trying to be on. I mean, I'm just saying, if there's 6 of us, and we throw this thing in reverse.
Okay. Well, I've already got concerns for your level of impairment anyways, okay? So that's why. Because I can smell alcohol coming from you, and you're on train tracks. Okay? So
come on, man.
Just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel anyways, okay?
I'm fine behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of this.
We'll deal with that after this, okay? We'll deal with that after this. But that's why I had to get you out of the car, okay? Because I hear spinning tires. I hear slurred speech from you. You're driving on train tracks.
I'm not slurring anything.
You are driving on train tracks, sir. You're driving on train tracks. This is not a mistake. This is not an error. No one is picking on you. You are not going 20 miles over. You are on train tracks, stuck with your white woman and your cocaine, and you're drunk. That's a problem. And the concern that I have is a lot of people consider this kind of behavior to be okay because he is rich. I understand being rich does not, it doesn't mean that you won't have troubles. Being rich doesn't mean that you won't have shortcomings. But I am not going to give you a pass for being pissy drunk on train tracks with cocaine possession on you, with your white girlfriend with you, and you screaming, I am MJ's son. You are your own man making horrible decisions and blurting out the name of your father is not going to help you in this particular instance. Maybe if you were trying to be a part of some kind of NBA incident, hey, you want to get in the All-Star game, being MJ's son is 100% okay. But you want to be above the law. And it's okay. I understand. This is what we are politically. The fact of the matter is you don't get a chance to behave this way. And I find it very dangerous. I find it dangerous for a young person, or I don't even know, I think he may be 32, 33 years old. I find it dangerous to travel, to be stuck on train tracks in the middle of the night. What? This is what sometimes bothers me about some women too. Why y'all so dense? You on train tracks with a man in the middle of nowhere. What? Nigga, get me off of these train tracks. I'll drive. What is wrong with you? This is crazy. The fact that you think that, you know, a woman will be sitting in a car with a man who's intoxicated and got drugs on him and be 100% okay. And what happens when the train starts coming? I just really feel like, you know, we can't keep minimizing stupidity. And then one of my major concerns is you have men like Elon Musk, who's very wealthy, who's very rich. And one time I'm watching this, I don't know, 2020, this documentary or this special, and Elon Musk is building an underground transportation system that will allow possibly the wealthy to drive through New York City underground. So he takes Gail. He takes Gail. What's Gail's last name? Oprah Winfrey's best friend. He takes Gail through this entire process, and he's showing her that he can travel 200 miles an hour underground in his car, right? If a person is using their mind to create logistics, if a person is using their mind to create, you know, a whole new world, I keep telling y'all, let me tell you, all Black people, I keep telling you, these white folks are headed to Mars. Don't get stuck with the Hennessy and the cocaine and all this other stuff while they're building bunkers and headed to Mars. You and your cocaine and your DUI, don't get stuck there, Black people. That's all I got to say. He's a man with so many resources. Marcus Jordan, you have way too many resources to be self-destructing this way. This is self-destructive behavior. Nobody is encouraging you to drink and drive. You are one of the people on the planet that have 100% access to Uber Black drivers. You got to put your thinking hat on. So anyways, I just would like to say that's what's happening in the world of Marcus Jordan. We can't afford for our young men to make horrible choices, and then we sit around and pretend as if like it's okay. You're just a young man being a young man. No, this is a dummy being a dummy. And we're going to call it what it is. We're not going to pacify it. We're not going to pretend that it's okay. And we're not going to pretend as if, you know, he doesn't have access to do something different with his time and behavior. All right, I want to move on because as we talk about young men, Trayvon Martin would have been 30 years old today. And I find that to be, you know, very sad. But I will say that I was thinking about this conversation that we had amongst the Trayvon Martin death, you know, the conversation surrounding the hoodie. We as a people, we do not like to be policed in attire. And that's something that I really try to give our people the liberty to be free. That means you can dress yourself. You could wear your hair how you want. You could wear your hoodie. You can wear your suit, whatever you desire to wear. I don't like to personally police our attire. But I remember the conversation going around because when Trayvon was killed, he was wearing a hoodie and he had Skittles and he had the iced tea in his hoodie. And the concern was Zimmerman, being the idiot that he is, he decided that he's going to hunt Trayvon. He felt like, oh, he's wearing a hoodie. He's a, you know, he could be a criminal. They come in his neighborhood and they steal. And this is a lot of, the media helps with this. The media helps make this image a reality, okay? The media portrays, vilify certain attire, but hoodies are worn nationally. But I saw this video that happened recently in Houston where these young men, they were probably around the age of 18 years old, and they come into the Metro PCS with big guns. You hear me? Big guns. And first of all, they come into Metro PCS and they just decide that they robbing and stealing. They robbing and shooting up the place. And I want to show this to you right here. I'm sharing my screen, Instagram. If you have access to YouTube, you should follow me on YouTube and check out the show on YouTube. In fact, let me do some housekeeping really quickly as I go into the next video. I don't want you all to forget, this is flynubianmoney.com. This is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. This is the place, the foundation for women and men who want to get their money up. If you are interested in building your generational wealth, if you're interested in just building your mental capacity, you should text Queens to 87948. Text Queens to 87948. Now, I want to move on and show you the incident that happened in Houston. Take a look at this video right here.
The gunman seen here robbing a cell phone store in Southeast Houston over a week ago. The crime was caught on camera at the Metro PCS store on Cullen off 610 in Belfort. They also shot a store employee. KPRC2's Bill Barajas with what police are saying about that robbery.
The men in that video are considered extremely dangerous and have been on the run since January 26. They're accused of shooting that store employee 11 times. HBD saying it's a miracle he's alive. Little to no time was wasted. The now wanted men entering this Metro PCS store and within a few seconds pointed a gun at employees. The suspects demanding cash and cell phones. HBD detective telling KPRC2 the suspect in the yellow jacket got increasingly aggressive and eventually began shooting at an employee.
Fired at him multiple times inside the location. The complainant was able to run out the door. He was chased by the suspect, and the suspect fired multiple times and actually striking him 11 times.
HPD says the victim was hit in the back, arm, and neck. He is currently in the hospital recovering, but unable to speak because of his injuries. HPD's robbery division is asking anyone with information on the suspects to call Crime Stoppers at number 713-222-TIPS. In the newsroom, Bill Barajas.
Can we just talk about that these young men were 18 years old? They were just a couple years older than Trayvon. They were 18 years old. I don't know if you saw the video, but 18 years old, got these big guns. This is a teenager. What concerns me about being an 18-year-old is that you don't even have debt yet at 18. You don't even have much of a reason to go and shoot a motherfucker up. Like, how do you just decide, oh, you know what? I ain't got no money, but I'm good. I just really feel like I'm going to get this gun. I'm going to go to Metro PCS. I'm going to get these phones. Like, what? This is what is concerning to me. This is a teenager. When we were 18 years old, we still had this capacity of possibility, the capacity to dream at 18 years old. I'm also concerned about 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds being so young and in so much despair that you're okay with the crime, that you're okay with deciding that I'm going to go the criminal route when you have so much access. You can be, this is when you are young. This is when you got a time to shine. You know how the old folks used to say, you are young, anything is possible. They were telling the truth. When you're young, how many people look into people who are young? How many of us want to help people who are young? How many of us have an interest in helping people that are young? We all do. It's not too many people that look at young people and want to turn away from them. When you're young, you have people that take an interest in you. Why in the hell you ready to go to jail, kill somebody, shoot somebody 11 times for cell phones? $600, $800, $900? God damn, what kind of poverty is that? All right, this is my concern about this current culture of nothingness. You know, I remember when a teenager, and there wasn't this melting pot. When I was growing up, if the girl was not a good student, if she didn't come to school, if she wasn't, coming to school, then we didn't hang out. That's how it worked. Your mama don't let you hang out with the girl who don't go to school. Your mama say, she cool, but she don't go to school. She don't care about her studies. I don't want you hanging out with her. And the point that I wanted to make about these young men in these hoodies is there was a saying, and I have to find this saying, but there's a saying that you will allow discomfort. Like basically, if people are being comfortable, you would miss your own trust. You would put your own trust, your own life at jeopardy for comfort. So the reality is when those young men walked in and they had those hoodies on, if somebody would have said, yo, you don't wear hoodies in here. We can't have hoodies in here. Then we would have had an uproar about, well, I want to wear my hoodie. Let me tell you something. If your hoodie is on you so that you can be a disguise to rob somebody, I am demanding that you take it off. I don't give a damn how hard it is. I don't care about stereotyping. I don't care about stereotyping when one person just took 11 shots. What are we going to do as a culture of people when everything is equally important? So we have to demand that people stand up for themselves, take their hoodies off. Look, let me tell you something. You ain't going to be coming up in here with no hoodie on, hood on your head, and thinking we about to have an intellectual conversation. I am not about to jeopardize my life for the sake of you feeling comfortable. No, I don't care. Be uncomfortable. So speaking of discomfort, we have a mayor in Fulton County, I believe in some part of Georgia. He is literally under fire for misappropriating funds. And I want to let you guys see this video, but I have something to say about how often and how frequent these Black mayors are being scrutinized to the point that they can't even start the work. Every Black mayor that has been appointed from Atlanta, the mayor in Chicago, and this guy who's a mayor, they're catching hell 24/7 by everybody. They're not just catching hell by, the opponent who lost. They're catching hell by their cabinet, the people that have elected them. And they do have a responsibility to the people that have elected them. But I believe some of this is a witch hunt. One of the things that I know about being Black, because I've been Black my whole life, but the one thing that I know about being Black is that people have the tendency to have a magnifying glass on Black people who are in some form of position of achievement or who have some form of being elected in something. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't have a deep bias with these mayors. Here's what I will tell you. Speaking of the mayor of Chicago, the mayor of Chicago is catching hell. They bring him on national television and ask him about his wife's office. His wife is some kind of city council member. He, the mayor's office, the first lady of the mayor's office obviously gets an office. And he spent about $80,000 to decorate the office. And they brought him on national television to ask him about the decor. Well, you spent $4,000 on a desk. Let me tell you something. This Black man just got in office. Mayor Daley ain't never had a conversation about what he spent his money on. They do that to us. They do it to us. It's called public humiliation. People want to publicly humiliate you. People take the time to publicly diminish our capabilities. And I want to make a disclaimer saying that I'm going to play this video about this mayor, but I am not trying to publicly humiliate. I do not know all the details behind how he's spending the money, but I wanted to share what's happening in current events. And I just want to make a disclaimer that I am not trying to further publicly humiliate this man. I just wanted to be clear that this is a mayor who's under fire about misappropriating funds. But I do have more to say about this. Watch the video here. All right, I'm sharing this now. Sorry, guys, I'm over here like Stevie Wonder.
Paris, luxury furniture for his office, and more.
That's shameful.
And enough to launch an investigation. What he's been saying about these purchases.
I do think that there is a lot of political posturing.
And why he walked out of a city council meeting last week.
Good night, Mr. Mayor.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Khalid is his name, but he goes by Mayor Kobi. It's a name that's been synonymous with drama for years now. He prides himself, ever since he took office, with being the mayor of one of the blackest cities in America, South Fulton, Georgia. It's a south suburb of Atlanta. About 92% of the population is black. And he's been viral before. 2 years ago, he was arrested for entering somebody's private lake house. He said back then that he admired the home. He was just looking inside in hopes of maybe buying it one day. He was charged with criminal trespass. But now this, a resident came forward. She filed a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information request, to look into Mayor Kobi's spending habits. And what you might learn may surprise you.
We were blindsided. There's accountability that has to be made.
Taxpayers in this small Atlanta metro city are not happy.
Somebody is covering it up.
After it was revealed that City Mayor Kobi, formerly known as Mayor Khalid Kamal, has been spending. City policy says that he can't spend more than $10,000 per month on his city credit card, also known as the P card. But check this out. In June, WSB-TV Atlanta investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln, she uncovered that Mayor Kobi spent a stack on a trip to Paris. Documents showing that his chief of staff, Yusuf Atway, was also there. We've learned that the mayor is not allowed to do that, take employees on these types of trips. In September, he spent $9,896.51 on travel, including flight upgrades. And in October, over $13,000 that included 2 Ethiopia airline trips. That was over $2,300 a piece. The mayor went, and somebody else named Danielle did too.
So distressed and disappointed.
After weeks of public scrutiny, fireworks in a city council meeting last week.
The blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down. I do think that there is a lot of political posturing.
Mayor, I really was going to let this go, but I can't continue to sit here and allow you to make it seem like we're the villains and you're the victim. We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and then tell anybody, no, he called us a blacker city and that was disrespectful. We keep telling him that.
I just beg you to find another path. You are making the people in this city's government suffer.
City council members also revealing that Mayor Kobi has 112 receipts that were also not uploaded within the 72-hour window required, which violates city purchase card policy. Total unauthorized expenses tallied so far, $26,000. At last Tuesday's city council meeting, Mayor Kobi not happy about the words fired against him. And after public comment, he left.
This meeting began at 4 p.m. with a timed agenda, an approximated agenda to end at 9 o'clock. I do have a hard stop at 9 o'clock, so I will turn it over to our Mayor Pro Tem, Linda Pritchett.
Good night, Mr. Mayor.
Somebody's got to stand up and put this to bed, or we're going to be on news all the time. We're going to be on the news. So you all are accountable. You all are.
The trips weren't all. WSB-TV also reported that he spent $1,800 on this office table that converts to a pool table. There were also power station charges on there for his electric vehicle, as well as other electronics. Now, as far as that trip to Ghana, Mayor Kobi, he also said that it was for economic development. He wants to connect South Fulton to African nations. Now,
so let's just say that a brother can't turn his desk into a pool table. Damn, I got to do the budget. Then I got to shoot some pool afterwards. Okay, I'm being very, very... Oh my God, that was crazy. Turn the pool table though. All right, let me go ahead and drop some bombs on that. Like, my man was like, yo, this office need a pool table. Like, what? Damn! You cannot spend the people's money on the pool table, sir, but okay. I'm with you. I just really believe that wholeheartedly that this is more of a, you know, it's a hunt. It's a hunt, but I do believe this. First of all, here's my understanding too. When it comes to politics, it's hard. Politics is a hard space to evolve in. It's like you are constantly having to play politics with so many different people. 1 minute it's just, you know, you're trying to do something, you decided I'm going to do something for the people, I'm going to be something for the people. And then you realize all these other positions require so much nurture. You need other people to like you. You need other people to respect you. You need people that want to see you win. And sometimes when you get in these positions and you come to the realization that not everybody wants to see you win. Now, as a mayor of a small place, I personally don't see anything wrong with him traveling to another country and trying to figure out more development. In fact, when I was in college, you know, things like that was considered development, and development is necessary for anybody that wants to expand, wants to increase, wants to improve. I mean, don't your job send you to different workshops? Don't your job send you to different places? So yeah, a mayor going to another country to figure out their ecosystem, how they do things, you know, where they was able to thrive in business spaces. I don't see anything wrong with that. But, you know, this is what I also believe. When you want something to be wrong, something will be wrong. So if you look at a person and you say, oh, this person is a liar, then everything that come out their mouth will be a lie, because, you know, you've already determined that's what they are. So that's my time, guys. As you can see, it's a lot happening in this world. If you don't follow me on social media, you should. I do videos on Instagram pretty frequently. I'm one Madam President online. And I will say that I enjoy being with you all each and every day. I do the Madam Prezident Morning Show daily, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. This is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. If you want to get your money up, if you want to get your finances to a place that is, you know, better for you and your family, I think this is a good place to start. If you want to get your education to a place that feels better for you and your family, this is a good place to start. Also, if you want to just keep up if you want to keep up with when people are going live on the Fly Nubian Money Network, you should text Queens to 87948. Text Queens to 87948. This is my time. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. If you find a good story, don't forget to send it to me. I'd love to have it. This is the one place where you will get real news, bold truth, because I am 100% politically incorrect. Have a good day.